Hello everyone, this is Dr. Parul Gohil, consultant dermatologist at New Root Skin Laser and Hair Transplant Clinic. So today we'll be talking about hair transplant. What are the various steps of hair transplant, what you can expect on the day of your hair transplant, etc. So as soon as you walk into our clinic on the day of your hair transplant, please be relaxed. What we'll be starting with is please carry the blood reports that you have gotten done. I'll be checking your blood reports. The next thing will be the consent form signing. I'll be asking you a couple of questions like if any you have gotten any surgeries done before, are you allergic to any medications, etc. So post that, I'll be taking your final consultation. That means what are your expectations, what kind of hairline you want, etc. The first step of any hair transplant surgery is the hairline making. Why is hairline the most important step of hair transplant is because that is what determines how your hair is going to grow, the frontal hairline. Okay, now during hairline making we'll be taking care of your age. We will make try to make it as uniform as possible. Then it should be symmetrical. All these are the various aspects of making a hairline. There are other more points about hairline making which I'll be talking in the next video. Right, once we have designed a proper hairline, if you want even the temples, that also we can design it for you. Once the hairline is done, we'll be showing it to you. Then according to your will and wish, we can modify it further. Once you are well satisfied with your hairline, and also if we are well satisfied with the hairline, we will be taking you for the hair trimming. Now trimming is always not necessary. There is also a technique called as no shave technique, wherein we don't have to shave the entire of your scalp. We can just trim the donor area a little bit, and we can carry on with the surgery. The next important step is the patch test. Now, if you have gotten any surgery done before, or if you have not gotten, we'll be doing a patch test to know if you're allergic to any local anesthesia that will be giving you the next. Once the patch test is done, we'll be taking you to the OT room, wherein everything will be under aseptic precautions. We'll be cleaning the donor area with betadine solution. We'll follow the maximum aseptic precautions. Post that, we will start with the anesthesia, the local anesthesia, wherein you will feel a minor prick in the beginning. That is with the insulin syringe, which is a very small syringe. So you will feel only the first few pricks, and post that it will be well anesthetized. The main three important steps of any hair transplant technique are: the first one is known as the extraction, wherein we take the grafts from your donor area. That is known as the safer zone. The second part is called as the slitting, and the third one is known as the implantation. So extraction is the first process in which we will be taking your grafts from your donor area. Now in this we use different sizes of punch. It can be 0.7, 0.8 or zero point 0.9. It depends on the quality of your graft. We'll be taking your graft from the donor area, and then we'll be processing the grafts. Now this can be processed in different medium, like it can be a normal saline or it can be your own PRP. Based on this, it is the technique name differs. Now if you're keeping the harvested graft in your PRP, that is known as a biosapphire technique. Now it is also very important that we keep these grafts in a temperature controlled room or a refrigerator, so that the survival rate of the graft will increase. The harvested grafts are now arranged according if they are single hair grafts or double hair grafts or triple hair grafts. Now we also have to select the better grafts. What are the better grafts? The length should be optimal, the shaft should be intact. There are various points on which we determine if it is a better graft or not so good graft. Those better grafts will be kept separately in a safer area by the surgeons. The next important step is known as a slitting. Now, based on the various tools that we use during the slitting, there are different names given to the hair transplant surgeries. Now, let's say if we use a needle, if we are using needle to make the slits, then the surgery is known as the FUE, the normal FUE, that is follicular unit extraction. If we are using the sapphire blades, that is in the shape of a diamond, then it is known as a sapphire technique. And if we are combining your PRP with the sapphire blade, then it is known as a biosapphire technique. If we are using a choy pen to directly implant the hair without making a slit, then it is known as DHI, that is direct hair implantation. When we do the slitting, we have to take care of many things such as the depth, the direction, and the uniformity to give you the maximum density and the maximum natural look possible. The next step is called as the implantation, wherein the harvested graft will be placed inside the slits that we have made. So there is something called as no touch technique, so that there is something called as double forceps technique or a single forceps technique, or we can use a choy implanter. So these are the various techniques which we can use to implant the harvested hair. During implantation, we also have to make sure that the grafts are not manipulated much, so that the survival rate of the graft will increase. So this was all about the techniques and the steps of the hair transplant. Thank you so much for watching. Follow for more.